All right. Well, I've got a couple things to talk about this morning. So first off, I think it's fitting and important that we acknowledge the situation in Afghanistan. Commissioner Morgan referenced it during the invocation this morning. It's just a terrible situation over there. We're in a military community. We're a rural farming community, but we're also a military community. We've got a lot of active service people who have served in Afghanistan. We've got a lot of government civilian employees and contractors, people that I work with, who have taken multiple trips to Afghanistan, who have built up the infrastructure, the military infrastructure that's there, and all of that's getting left behind. It's hard to see the images on the news of what's happening, and the people who did do work there, you did good work, you did important work, and for 20 years you made that country safer for the people living there. So thank you for your service and for what you've done there. Miss Kelly left already, but I want to give a shout out to our county treasurer, to our State Department of Assessments and Taxation, SDOT, to our county IT department, especially to our Department of Social Services, because we've gotten a lot of grant money over the last year or two with COVID. A lot of federal money and state money has rolled down, and there's been a lot of different, it's been a weird new scenario we're living in. The eviction moratorium, I believe, is still in place, so people who are behind in their rent aren't being evicted from the places that they're living, and I understand that, but it's impacting people. It's impacting the landlords that own these properties. And a couple of weeks ago, we approved funding, grant funding that rolled down that will help to pay for people who are delinquent in their rents. So it's going to help out the landlords. And so Department of Social Services, they're tasked with getting this funding out there. They know the big landlords. They know the landlords that own 30 plus units that they're renting out, but they have trouble reaching the small mom and pop landlords, the people who are renting one or two places, the people who are really impacted by this, and this commissioner board has expressed that concern. So those different groups, Department of Social Services, County Treasurer, SDOT, or SDAT, the County IT Department, they've been working really well together to try to identify these different properties that might have these landlords, to try and get the word out that there's this funding available for you to help you out during the situation. So thank you to all of them for the great work that they're doing. I want to highlight, just about 2 weeks ago was the Bowles Farm Lawnmower Races. It's a phenomenal event. It was a great event. They weren't able to hold it last year due to COVID. They held it one night only because of the rain on Saturday, so it was Friday night. It was huge. It was a record-setting event for them. There was 138 different lawnmowers there to race from over 13 states. If you haven't been, put it on your calendar for next year. It's just a fun event that goes to support the 7th District Optimists and the 7th District Rescue Squad, great organizations. It was a really good time, and there's a lot of work that goes into that, especially by the Bowles family. Thank you all for all the work that you do. I also want to recognize Nicoletti's Pizza. Over the weekend celebrated their 40th anniversary. So I, being the youngest one sitting up here, grew up eating at Nicoletti's, and so very fond memories, and it's a great establishment, great pizza. So congratulations to them for 40 years. Getting close to the end of my stuff, but I want to also announce that I was appointed to serve on the NACO, the National Association of Counties IT Standing Committee. So I'm a member of that committee. They talk about broadband, they talk about cybersecurity. Those are important issues that impact St. Mary's County. So I'm happy to be on there. I'm looking forward to the MACO conference the rest of this week, and I'll provide some updates as we go through it. Thank you all. Have a great week.